Hello. Today I'm going to talk about crystals for shifting, changing, and transformation. And I have a bunch of crystals here on my table to talk to you about today. And I have a beautiful big quartz sphere in the middle, energizing all of them. The first one I want to talk about is Aventurine. Aventurine is actually in the quartz family, so really good for energizing. It helps to go through change and overcome any blocks or outdated beliefs around accepting abundance. And how many of us could use that? So Aventurine. And we have a crystal that maybe some people have never heard of before. This is called Cerosite. It's a stone of major change and what you would call spiritual alchemy, meaning that it can help nudge us in a new direction. If our beliefs are outdated, it can help us bring in what we are believing more in now and let those go. Cerosite is lead based, so for a tiny piece like that, a smaller piece like that, it's a lot heavier than you would think. But because it is lead based, you do have to be careful of handling it, its toxicity level, things like that. Next one is called Cintamani. Cintamani is a type of tektite, meaning it's similar to Moldavite in the fact that it's actually not a crystal, it's more of a natural glass. This little piece, these little pieces can bring real profound change to your life if it's needed. So like Moldavite, this is a stone or a crystal that you want to be ready to work with, because you certainly don't want things happening that you're not ready and it really throws your life off. It can dig way deep down and bring things up that you might have thought you had dealt with or you didn't even know that you had. So in that respect, definitely you want to be ready to work with a stone like that. And this just goes to show that even if a stone is small, it can be very, very mighty and powerful. The next one is Olestra Quartz. And this big, beautiful piece right here is an Olestra amethyst. It's absolutely stunning. And you can see a lot of the points on it only have three sides, which is unusual. This is a smaller piece of, Olestra Quartz right there, Olestra amethyst. And this is a smoky Olestra. And what Olestras do is they'll help you go through change at your own pace. So it doesn't push you forward or make you feel uncomfortable. It allows you to go at your own space, your own speed, and will always be there as an ally to support you through that. I just want to show you this again. Isn't it pretty? It's just gorgeous. We do have some smaller pieces like this as well, but this is our biggest one. I just wanted to show you that. Next is Epidote. And Epidote is actually a really deep green crystal. You can see the green there. It almost looks like it could be a tourmaline, but it's actually not. It sort of has that almost like a rind, like a green tourmaline might have, but it's its own crystal. And this is a powerful enhancer. It can enhance your intentions. and it is a real catalyst for change. And here's some smaller pieces right here. These little ones right here are definitely smaller. Right there. And then we have Udilite or Udiolite. We've got flat pieces, which a lot of people like to put in their bra. Great for your pocket. Or we've got some tumbled pieces. This is a stone of joy and happiness. Oh, look, it almost looks like there's a skull or something there. It's a stone of joy and happiness, but it helps us to ease through change. Then we have Fluoride Octahedrons. This helps us to change direction when we need it. You can see they are two four-sided pyramids put together. These grow naturally like this. And you can see this one's actually more blue than green. And blue is one of those colors you don't get very often. It helps us to find a new path and a new purpose by working with our soul's wisdom. The next one is what you call growth interference quartz. Some people are calling this shift quartz. This piece I'm holding is actually from Russia. And you can see that the reason why they call it is because its natural growth into points has been interrupted. So that can be from another mineral such as calcite, or sometimes it can be growing in glaciers in ice, such as the Nirvana quartz or pink ice. You can see lots of different, it actually didn't form into a point yet. There actually is an end or a point to it, which is right here. But you can also see, this looks like it's almost a self-healed piece right here as well. But they don't grow in a natural point. And what this type of crystal can help you with is the fact that they found a way to keep growing even though there was an obstacle or something in its way or in its path. So it helps us to grow in a direction we need to, despite what is actually there in front of us. And when we do that, we become different, we learn different lessons, and we gain different wisdom as well. So the next is Malachite. So here's a couple of polished pieces. These ones are pieces, and then we have an egg right there, which has beautiful banding and swirls and that sort of thing. It's a stone of the heart, but it's also a stone of transformation. And this piece is in its natural form, and you can see the sparkly malachite pieces all over it as well. A little nice and sparkly in the light. This helps us to draw emotions to the surface so that we can actually transform them. We can heal them, transform them to where what they're supposed to be, and that those emotions then would be not only healed, but in a form that we'd be able to use them, to be able to feel comfortable with those emotions, and to let go what we didn't need any longer. Then we've got some Moldavite. And again, I said before, Moldavite is actually a tektite, meaning it was formed, well, Moldavite was formed when a meteorite hit, which is why they call it a tektite. This is was formed in the Czech Republic. It's getting a bit harder to find pieces of it, but there still is quite a bit out there. It's getting a little more expensive as well. This is a crystal or a stone of quick change and spiritual attunement. Again, like the Cintamani, it does mean that you can change your beliefs, you can refine them, change them into what and who you are right now and what you believe in. So really good stone for that. Again, with the quick change part, it's one of those things where you want to be able to be ready to work with it. Then we have Petersite. And Petersite, you can see it's got blue and red in it. It's actually made up of some blue and gold tiger eye is part of what creates this. It's a really good shamanic journeying stone to dream your ideas into being. It's really good for motivation, to get things going in your life that you need to have moving forward. And we've got a couple of palm stones here. These are mostly the what you call red Petersite. There's blue Petersite and red Petersite. That's what that is. It's also said that Petersite contains the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Then there's Septarian nodule, and I've shown this a few times in the last little while. This is a stone also of longevity and stability, but it shows that we can transform over time. It doesn't have to be overnight. These are some tumbled pieces, these ones right here, and just these ones right here. We're sitting out in the Taurus new moon overnight to gain and be charged with that energy for abundance and prosperity and sensuality, actually. But Septarian nodule is also not only the transformation, but and that we can take our time with it and turn into what we deem is our real self, and then we can bring that to the surface, and it can be very beautiful. Then we have stibnite. This is stibnite right here, and this helps us to face much needed change. If we've known that we've needed to do some changing for a long time, maybe are afraid of it, this is one that can help us face it, so that we can bring about the transformation we really want. And you can pair this with something like Aventurine, or another stone that helps you ease into change. Fluoride Octahedrons would be really good with it as well, to help you, nudge you. It's not a stone where it pushes you and you feel like you're jumping off a cliff, but it kind of nudges you onto that path, and you can work with that with stibnite as well. So thank you for listening today and watching, and I hope that this helped you be able to go and get some stones or work with some crystals and stones that can help you bring about any kind of change or transformation or shifting that you might need or want to do. Thanks again. Bye.